What's up, guys? DwkYTContact videos. If you're new to my channel, I make military content, put it on the internet for you. If you want my social media links, will be in the description down below. Today, we're going to be interviewing an MA overseas female sailor, Tiffanny Yovera. You guys have probably seen her on YouTube before. If not, her links are down below. Please go follow her. Let's jump into the questions. This video actually took 40 minutes to record because we kept talking about, like funny shit in between. But we'll get to the questions you guys asked over Instagram. And yeah, actually, let's start off. Okay. Do you want to tell them who you are to start off in case they haven't seen you before?
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Tiffanny. I'm stationed right now in Italy. I've been in for a little over 4 years. I'm from Florida, and right now I'm 23 years old. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the only other place I've been to is Bahrain. So I've only been overseas this whole time.
That's when you start posting on YouTube and stuff, right? I think that's when I first saw one of your videos. It's
well, that's when I started, and then I get really lazy, so I just stopped because I'm I am really on editing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it would take me 4 hours to edit one video. And then I was just yeah, I can't.
I want to find this specific question because I feel like it's a.
You're making me nervous because you keep laughing at the question.
There's this it's just this one because I had this you know who Austin Alexander is, right?
Oh yeah.
So I had him over to my house and our video just ended up being super dumb, but I keep thinking of him as the MA's I don't know, Jesus and and one of the questions was do MAs think of Austin Alexander as a role model, or is he idolized in your I guess rating?
Yeah. Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah. From your perspective and then your coworker's perspective, is he a local celebrity in your community or some shit?
No. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people bring him up. He was in Bahrain. I've never seen him before, but my boyfriend was his roommate. So
No
every time he gets brought up, yeah, he's oh, I remember when he literally bought his first camera and he was yo, I'm gonna start filming.
What?
And we didn't think anything of it. And but everyone, yeah, every time YouTube comes up, they're oh, every time they're oh, do you know this boy? I'm Austin. Yeah, I know who that is. Wow. And they're oh, okay. But yeah, no, he's I mean, I don't know him personally, but I think he's dope, that he's persistent stuff.
I just went into depth for MA. How can I prepare for it? And what stations are overseas that are obtainable for MAs?
Okay, so preparing for what did you say, for depth?
Yeah, so he just depped in as an MA and he wants to know if there's anything he could mentally or physically prepare himself for, if that's something he isn't has to worry about.
No, I think boot camp, because I mean boot camp in general is just what you really have to worry about is literally just passing your PFA, right? Yeah. So
which isn't tons. Did you play sports in high school?
I did cheerleading.
So I mean, you were pretty active then. I try to explain that to them. If you played
it's
anything.
Not hard. Yeah, if you can do I mean, if it's a girl, literally, if you can do 15 push-ups and 50 sit-ups, you're good. Yeah. What was the second part? Oh, overseas. I think Bahrain is the most realistic one because it's the biggest command for MAs.
Every MA I know has went to Bahrain.
Yeah, and then I think it's Bahrain, Greece, Italy, Romania, and that's all I can think of really. So I guess those are the biggest ones, or the easiest ones to get.
Nice.
Yeah.
This one's from a guy named Derek. Are you going to transfer to a similar field once you're out of the military? Or are you just staying in long term?
No, I'm getting out in April actually. Ooh. So yeah, so I have two different options. So I am trying to go to school for veterinary medicine, but then also if that is not something I want when I get out, I just applied to a customs and border control job at the airport. Mm. And that's kind of the same thing. You have to have law enforcement background.
Yeah.
So
you just love animals, or you specifically just want to?
No, yeah. I feel if I'm gonna get a degree in anything, it's going to be something animal related. Because anything else, I'm not really interested in.
How often do you get to travel as an MA? And I think you've traveled way more than the normal MA because my best friend growing up became an MA. Never left the original duty station ever.
So that's the thing. if it was up to the Navy, I would have only seen Bahrain and I would have only seen Sicily. You know what I mean? So like people think I'm traveling on like, I don't know, I guess like military money or something like that. But no, like I mean, everywhere I've been, like I've paid for myself. So it's easier to travel in Italy because they let you go like out of bounds. So on your like 3-day weekend, if you put in a chit, you can go wherever you want. I mean, you pay for it yourself, but you can go wherever you want.
Yeah.
But in Bahrain, it wasn't like that. So when I was in Bahrain, I only got to go to like Germany and Paris and Prague. But then when I came here, everything's so close to Italy that I just like
Train.
the tickets are literally like 60 euro to go anywhere.
Damn. What does an ensign do over the MA rate? So I guess he's just referring to like your guys' officer corps.
Okay. So I kind of don't see like officers here like we only have like our security officer, and all he kind of does here is kind of just get in trouble because like we get him in trouble. Like if we do something, it falls on him. I feel like in Bahrain, I see more of them, and they kind of would just like overlook us. Like they would kind of just make sure that we're okay. I mean, I don't really know what they do like behind doors, but like to us, they would kind of just like come around, talk to us every day and make sure that we were fine. And that's pretty much all they did. I feel like the chiefs do all the work.
So they're more like administrative. They're not going to be on like the front line, like fucking busting dudes up and.
No. Not at all.
Here's a fun one. Do you ever get noticed from YouTube?
Yeah, in Bahrain it happened a lot actually. Like I would just be on gate and just like, and it was like mostly, no, not mostly, but it was a lot of dependents too.
Really?
They would be like, oh, like yeah, they'd be like, when we found out we were coming here, like we looked it up, and they were like, we saw your videos, and they would just like be like, yeah, like keep doing it, blah 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 blah. Or like when I would be like at the galley, they would just be like, oh, like we know who you are, like cool videos. We like looked you up before we came here. But being here, I think it's just more of like it's crazy because people that are like in my section, they're like, well, yeah, like I literally watched you before I joined. And I'm like, I feel old. Like that's insane. But they've only been in like a year less than I have. So yeah. But yeah. Do you? You probably do, huh?
Yeah, a decent amount, I'd say, especially in California. But on military bases, like every gym you go into, like they'll come up to like me and my wife and be like, "Oh, what's up?"
Yeah, see, so like that's the thing, because when I started, like right when I joined, I looked up videos about like females and specifically, and there was really none. Only like this one Air Force girl that I remember. But then I remember as soon as I posted a video, someone was like, "Holy shit, JT just commented on your video," and I was like, "Who's JT?" Like I didn't even know who he was.
Celebrity status. Yeah, he has a decent reach in the Navy community now. What's some derogatory terms for MAs? What's like if someone's trying to talk shit about an MA, what would they call you?
Like a mall cop.
Mall cop?
Or like
Do you play any video games? And if so, what console, what games are your favorite?
Okay, so I literally just got a Switch for Christmas.
Yeah?
Like, yeah. So I like playing Resident Evil. I'm not like really like good at it, but I feel like that's the kind of games that I like. And then also like obviously like Mario Kart, and then like Smash Bros, like Super Smash Bros, and that's pretty much it though. Like I don't really play video games like that. I tried playing Call of Duty, but it gives me like really bad anxiety. Like I can play Call of Duty, but I get like really bad anxiety from it.
That's fucking awesome. They have for people that like don't like first person shooters like that because of, like performance, they have this thing called sandbox video games, kind of like Minecraft, like creative shit. They actually have like a lot of them you can download on the Switch. You can get Minecraft on the Switch and then cross platform with people on other things and like play with all your buddies. A little nerd moment. Don't know if you care, but
do you like do a lot of games?
Yeah, I fucking have huge like streaming setup for like video games and whatnot. I normally stream like COD, first person shooters for the most part. But yeah, I've been yeah, I don't want to get too fucking nerdy. Do you watch anime?
I don't. I watched one anime movie ever. Like I remember I'm trying to remember. No,
Anime.
you probably, do you watch anime?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this movie because I remember someone like recommended it to me, and I ended up, and they actually gave me like the actual movie. So I was like, okay, I have to watch this. It was about like these two kids that turned themselves, they were like half kid, half wolf. Do you know what I'm talking about? And then their mom
Is
fell
this
in
some
love with like a
furry
dude.
shit?
Their mom fell in love with like a dude that was like half wolf, and then he ended up dying, and then they ended up having kids, and they were like half kid, half wolf, both of them. And I don't know. It was really good though. Like it was good.
Sounds like some
But that's
yiff
the
shit.
only anime thing I've ever watched. Yeah.
It's real. There's this little kid who's being exploited to his parents by the fullest, which I hope they get some sort of like drug addiction and spend all his money before he's old enough
Oh
to
my
get any of it,
goodness.
so that he has to look
That's
up.
so mean. Why would you
No,
want
no, no,
that?
no, no, no. Because they're
This little
exploiting this
kid is
kid.
working his ass off.
He is being exploited. He probably doesn't even know there's a camera in the room. I picture them like standing in front of the cage and being like, "Okay, Timmy, come out,
No.
play with your toys." And they're holding a giant camera. Timmy, play with your toys, you know?
Damn, this kid is probably just living his life opening toys every morning.
Yeah,
And they're just like,
that's the thing.
recording it.
He is so spoiled. That's what's nuts. This kid's gonna grow up just thinking, "Oh, I get a new toy every other day."